This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP Network.
Are you ready to go the distance with Tricia's Disney pick? Or will Melinda deliver a Jurassic-sized knockout punch with her universal choice on this episode of Theme Park Throwdown?
Everyone. So 10 of Theme Park Throwdown. I am Melinda at Melinda's Magical Adventures on Facebook and Instagram.
And I'm Tricia at Tricia Travels on Facebook and Tricia Travels 85 on Instagram. And I'm with my daughter who has no handles right now.
Yay.
Introduce yourself.
Lorelai. This is my mom.
To the Crazy Podcast. But this week I am home in Michigan from my awesome trip to Walt Disney World and Universal last week. But now we have switched roles, and Tricia and Lorelai, where are you guys this week?
Disneyland.
Yay.
All the way on the other coast. Is this your first time at Disneyland?
No, we went in 2019, and then all the parks shut down literally 10 days after we got back.
Oh, wow.
Just made the cut.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How are you feeling so far? I'm sure you're dealing with some time change issues and things like that, but
okay.
is everything going smoothly so far, at least?
I mean, the weather is kind of damper because it's gray and cloudy and kind of raining. But, I mean, the wait times have been okay.
Yeah. It's busy.
That's
because
good.
It is spring break.
Yeah, very busy.
So.
Yeah. I don't know what, like, spring break times, like, schedule-wise are with schools out there. I wonder if there are a lot of schools out there that are on break right now. I mean, I would assume that they would be since Easter is on Sunday, but... All right, so we are going to kind of do the same style episode this week as we did last week, where I am interviewing Tricia and Lorelai about their trip so far and how things look out on the other coast in Disneyland. So, since you're on the other coast, what is one thing that is easier at Disneyland so far than it is at Disney World?
I think getting between the parks and your off-site hotels are literally like a 10-minute or less walk away. So we've just been walking everywhere to get where we need to. No buses, nothing needs to be used.
So it feels like you're at Universal then.
Yeah, a little bit. What do you think's been easy?
I would probably say, like there's room, but, there's only 2 parks, so there's not much room. But then, in the parks is where the room is. And it's, a lot of places that you can sit down and enjoy it, and just, restaurants and cafes, and making sure that everything's there for you when you need it.
That's nice. Yeah, there's definitely not a lot of just calm, quiet places where you can go and sit at Disney World. Like, I was looking for some of those last week to record different things, and just very few and far between. Where are you guys staying right now?
We're using points at the Holiday Inn Express Anaheim, so it's really close. 4 blocks from the park.
That's awesome, because I do know that some of the rates, since there's only 3 Disney hotels out there, can be absolutely insane. So I know a lot of people that do those Disneyland trips choose to stay off-site. Have you ever stayed at an on-site hotel there?
We stayed at Pixar Pier the first time we were here back in 2019, right before the world shut down. And it was pretty expensive. It was over $400 a night. And there's no benefit at this point. Historically, they would have a park open early for guests that were staying at the hotels, but they pulled that now. And I think the only thing you get is one free lightning lane or something that you can use during your trip, and it's it's not worth it.
Oh, joy, 1 free lightning lane.
Right. So you get 1 ride and that's it. But I do understand, that's definitely such a bummer. I was really surprised when they just completely got rid of the early park admission. I wonder if it was because they didn't have people. I wonder if it was a kind of a customer forced decision where like they just didn't have people utilizing that. They didn't have people that wanted the early park entry, so it wasn't worth it for them to continue it, or if it was a decision on the business like operations side of thing more where staffing it and things like that is a lot more difficult.
Maybe.
So they canceled it for that reason. I'd be kind of curious to see. Okay, so we'll move on to question number 2. What is the best ride that you have experienced so far that you cannot experience in Disney World?
I want to say Credit Coaster because it's long and it's not a terrible. I mean, it's a long wait, but at least the queue is kind of exciting, and it's you kind of you're in the world, and it's very
What are you talking about queues? We use the lightning lane to get on that ride.
I think that the queues are fun-ish.
Speaking to the common folk.
And it was very detailed, just the inside when you're going through the red portals.
Okay.
You had your eyes closed.
Yeah, I don't know what those look like.
Tricia, are you this much of a scaredy cat on all the rides?
Yes. She is. Yes.
Throw her under that bus.
But my favorite ride that is not in Disney World is Web Slingers, which is kind of like Toy Story Mania, but you just use your hand and you kind of pew pew. I was the top scorer in our car.
That's the only reason she likes it.
No, I like it. I made good arm workout.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
It was fun.
I heard a lot about that one. That's cool. Have you gotten to see the little show that they do with the animatronic that jumps from one building to another?
No. We were kind of all over the place. We have another day tomorrow, so we're kind of hitting the stuff because it's hard to get lightning lanes during spring break. That's one thing we've learned. So we're just kind of hitting things that have lower weights. We'll talk about lightning lanes in a bit, but that we're kind of bouncing all over the place. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have less stuff that we want to check off the list. So it'll be more streamlined.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Mostly the big rides, Big Thunder and stuff like that.
Space Mountain we have to do yet.
Yeah. So do you guys feel what time is it there? It's 5:00 there, 5:30 there. Do you feel like you've accomplished a lot today, or do you feel like it's been a lot of waiting and trying to figure things out? And
I feel like we accomplished a fair amount. I think what set us back, this is a pro tip, do not rope drop Soarin' in DCA. They only had one screen running, and it was just such slow loading. And I'm watching as all of the wait times go tick up and up and up and up, and I'm
yeah, while you're stuck waiting in one line. That sucks.
And for whatever reason, Soaring is really popular out here. Wait times were an hour long. And I'm why?
Yeah.
Also, we're getting your sweatshirt at restaurants.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was
we're getting sweatshirts. And
we don't know how to get back lost items. So.
You're learning more pro tips. There you go.
Yeah.
So you started talking about the lightning lanes, and the way that you use lightning lanes at Disneyland is very different than at Disney World. Will you kind of explain that a little bit and let us know what you think about the lightning lane system there?
Yeah, so you can do 3 lightning lanes where you select ahead of time, but here in Disneyland, you can buy the lightning lane ahead of time, but you can't do anything with it until the day you walk into the park. And then you get to pick one. And once you've used it or it's been 2 hours, then you get to pick another one. And it just kind of continues that way. It's kind of hard to stack lightning lanes because stuff goes so quickly that you're either wasting not using lightning lanes earlier in the day, or you're risking that you might only get a couple in the evening. So that's a challenge. A lot of rides don't even have, Pirates doesn't have a lightning lane. None of the dark rides like Peter Pan or Toad or any of those have lightning lanes, which honestly makes it faster because there's a constant loading of just one line. It's not feeding multiple lines.
Yeah.
So I do like that part of it, that there's less lightning lanes. But then when you want to utilize the lightning lanes, because there's fewer of them, a lot of people are trying to use a smaller pool. So you don't get as many opportunities to use lightning lanes.
That makes sense. How much, if you don't mind sharing, how much did you pay for the lightning lane use today?
So to be fair, I bought like a discounted ticket for us that included lightning lane, but I believe it's $34.99 per person per day. The one nice thing, it includes all your photos. If you have like, it doesn't, not just the ride photo, any photo that you have from the park.
Right. The whole photo pass experience, or like
Yeah.
what they would call memory maker experience at Disney World. So it is more expensive per day for the most part, at least, than Disney World, but you're getting more for it.
Yeah, I would
That's
say.
good.
I was gonna say I like Walt Disney World's better because you are guaranteed 3 rides.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I'm also one of those people that like I'm really good at using the app to get the next lightning lane, and so I feel like I'm really good at the one at Walt Disney World, and I feel like I'm not as good as the one here because I've only been here one other time, and that just makes me gravitate towards Disney World.
I can see that now. Okay.
Well, and I can imagine that, like, being so used to the Disney World system and then all of a sudden having to use the Disneyland system.
There should be, like, a course on this.
They have them. It's called being a travel agent. It's called travel agent training. Except you have to create the courses instead of you taking the courses. Anyways, how many lightning lanes do you think you've been able to use today successfully?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, probably about 7 today.
7?
7.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry.
I've been the one who's been keeping track of.
She counts. I do not.
I'm counting the 2 we haven't used yet.
Okay. I mean, that seems. Would you say that that's worth it then, worth the price that you paid?
I would say that's about how many I can get at Walt Disney World for a lower cost, but then you also get the photo pass. So for me, I feel like it's kind of a break even, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent amount. I think I would be. And I mean, it's still only, like we said, 5:30-ish, so you've still got some time left in the day. Have you guys been there all day?
Yeah. Yep. We got here early. Both parks open at 8. We were in line by about 7:15 to go through security, 7:15. And then we just waited until they let us in.
So if both parks open at 8, so they don't have the early park entry anymore, but that's still an earlier opening than anywhere at Disney World then.
Yeah.
Because at Disney World, early park entry starts at 8:30, so you're still getting more time.
If it opens at 8:30, why do we have to wake up at like freaking 5 o'clock in the morning?
I want to be the first one.
Because you got to take a bus to get over there, and it takes 3 hours. You got to stand in line for the bus, and then you got to take the bus, and then you got to stand in line for security, and you got to go through security, and then you got to stand in line to get in the park, then you got to go in the park.
I'll say this, though. So we wore our Disney Plus bands, or our Magic Plus bands, excuse me, and they do accept that. You can use a physical card, you can use like a wallet on your phone, and then they have a picture that they take of you. No fingerprints, none of that malarkey. And like it is so
nice.
It is so seamless getting into the parks that way. I wish that they would adopt that in Disney World.
Yeah, it's nice that way.
Yeah, get on Universal's level.
Yeah,
and you have to remember which finger that I use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10.
Yeah.
Eeny, meeny, miny,
for sure. So Universal now has the photo validation where if you have a regular park ticket, you scan your park ticket and then they take the picture, and then you don't have to use a fingerprint or anything like that. It's the picture every time. If you're an annual pass holder, after the first time you use your annual pass, then you don't even have to show them your pass. All you do is stand in front of the camera and they take a picture and match it with their system, and that's it. So, I mean, if all the parks could move to a system like that, that would be huge. That's a huge time saver. All right, so you already mentioned a couple travel agent pro tips, but do you have any more?
Travel light into the parks because they are very thorough about checking your bags.
You have to open every
Yeah.
single zipper. And
Like, that's one thing I think
Oh,
World is much more efficient at with whatever technology they have. But for this, like, you have
Yeah.
to remove everything to walk through the metal detectors, and then they comb through your bags, like, pretty thoroughly.
I don't think I've seen that anywhere, really. I mean, I know they'll dig through your stroller if you try to bring a stroller through there, but that's just to like look at the bags. They don't look inside bags at like Disney World. So
Yeah.
interesting. All right. Anything else? Where to stay? Where not to stay? What to do? What not to do?
Do you have any tips?
I would say, like, don't rope drop. Like, really, if you don't know what popular rides are, like, look it up. And then don't rope drop them or something, because then you're going to
Okay.
be stuck in line with all the people that wanted to do it. And then wait times are just going to go up, and you're going to be like, well, now what do I do? Because everything's like a 70-minute wait, and I'm just standing here like a fool.
Yep. I like
Yeah, I mean, the absence of early park entry really does kind of change rope dropping then over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first hour was pretty quiet, I would say.
And then everything started to pick
But
up.
not like Disney quiet and when it's just resort guests.
Yeah. Yeah. What about food? Have you guys eaten anything good or interesting?
I mean, like, everything we've gotten, I think, has been, like, really good.
Yeah, the food is really good here.
Yeah.
I hit up a couple more macaroni joints, so if anybody out there listens to Porky Passport, I did 13 macaronis in Disney World. So we did a couple of those. We had a character meal at the Storytellers. It's a dining in Grand California hotel, and then we've been trying to do some quick service stuff, just so that we are not having to waste
I
time.
just wanted to go to Jolly Holiday there and get the grilled cheese and tomato soup. I hear so many good things about it, and like every time I see somebody talk about it, I'm like, I want that.
Well,
or San Francisco and try all the cool stuff there.
Yeah, we had to figure out our dinner plan, but it'll be something quick service.
Did you guys? Do they even have a Disney plan, a dining plan out there? I don't even know if Disneyland has a dining plan.
No, just dessert parties for, like,
Just like
festivals and
regular
stuff.
food. I didn't see any dining plans. No one's asked, like, do you have a dining credit you're using? So I do not believe
Okay.
we use it out here.
Gotcha. Did you guys go into the parks last night, or were you just doing the character dining last night?
We just went into
Downtown Disney. We did some shopping. Because I knew we didn't want to. We only have 2 days here, and I knew we didn't want to waste a lot of time shopping on our park days. So
Yeah.
We did do one thing though yesterday. They have Easter egg hunts going on right now. One is
super
super fun
fun.
in Downtown Disney. So we did the Downtown Disney one. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, the downtown Disney one isn't as hard because there's not as many places. And then I feel like the parks one would be harder because there's, like, rides and stuff, like, you can hide on.
We've bounced between both parks, and I think we've seen all of 2 eggs so far. There's like a dozen on the list for Downtown Disney, so I'm thinking it's harder in the parks to find them. Probably.
And I know it's Food and Wine Festival over there in California Adventure right now. So have you seen anything about that? Have you tried any of that food? Or
we haven't tried any food from there. It's nuts.
Yeah,
it's like any Epcot festival. It was shoulder to shoulder people. Where I was like,
no thanks. I'll hit it in the fall in Epcot. I'm good.
Yes.
So you said you're only in Disneyland for 2 days. What are your big plans after Disneyland?
We are going on a cruise to Mexico. A short cruise.
Amazing.
3 nights through Royal Caribbean. I think we're excited about it. There's stuff
You think? I am.
It's a little different of a vibe though. Like, I felt like Disney was better at communicating stuff. Like, ahead of time, and that I appreciate that, but I feel like trying to get like onboard activities that are like additional costs or like excursions much easier through Royal Caribbean. And I don't know if they have, they're, they're like the biggest cruise company in the world. And
Right.
I don't know if they have more like buying power so that if like they fill an excursion, then they can like open a second one or something. I don't know how it works, but
Oh, they
like,
probably have really close relationships with like
yeah,
the groups that put on the excursions and things like that. So it's a lot easier for them to.
yeah. That's my guess.
Mhm.
But the one thing I don't like, I get so many like, hey, we're having this sale. Hey, this is 50% off. Like just a ton of like junk mail emails. So
Yeah.
that's my only like negative critique on them is that I don't want to spend more money than I'm already spending. I don't need to have the deluxe, Wi-Fi package or like
Yeah.
The ultra mega foodie meal.
yeah, I don't need those things. I'll just eat the food that I already paid for on the cruise cost. So,
Right. Right. Where are you guys stopping? And what ship are you going on?
Navigator of the Sea, and we're only doing one port in Mexico. Ensenada, I think, is where we're going.
Nice.
Don't ask me that.
She's like, I don't know. I'm just along for the ride.
I don't know
I'm going to get off
these
the cruise. I'm going to follow instructions from the person who tells me where to go, and then I'm going to get back on the cruise later.
That's a safe way to go. Do you guys have any excursions or anything like that booked, or are you just kind of gonna?
What are we doing?
We are going to do like horseback riding, and God knows where we're going.
Yeah.
Is it on the beach or is it like through the town or?
I think so. My understanding is that it's through like a neighboring farmer who lives a few miles inland. So we're actually taking a shuttle to get there and then doing the horseback riding, and then the shuttle will take us back to the port.
Nice.
Yay,
Oh,
shuttle!
that'll be really beautiful. That's awesome. Yay, shuttles. Do you feel like you're at Disney World? Or will you? I do understand what you mean about like difficulty booking excursions and stuff like that through Disney. I've never cruised with Disney, but I did cruise with Norwegian, and it was like there was almost no communication before the cruise about anything, to be honest. I mean, the only reason that I knew where to go and what to do for the most part is because I'm a travel agent and I've like done the trainings with Norwegian and I just knew anyways. But there was like, I mean, I remember going online so many times trying to find the different excursions and find ones that had open availability and things like that. We ended up just not doing anything because it was such a pain in the butt. So I'm glad that you guys had an easy time finding one that you wanted and being able to do that. That's good.
Yeah.
Is this your
Should be
first
fun.
time sailing with Royal?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think when we get back from the coast, we're going to have to sit down and talk about our cruise experiences. So
Yeah, for sure. Who have you cruised with before? I know you've done just have you done one Disney cruise? Have you done more than one?
we just did the one on the Magic last year, and that kind of got us hooked into the
Okay.
cruise life. So we're doing Royal Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
and then I actually have, I don't recall who it is, but I have a Portugal river cruise in November as well. So that'll be
That's
very neat.
amazing. That's good. So are you leaving from San Diego? Which port are you leaving from in California?
We're leaving from the port of Los Angeles.
Okay, I was gonna say because you're quite a ways from San Diego. I didn't think that was happening.
Yeah.
That's good. And you said it's a 3-night?
Yeah. We tried to fit things as best as we could in her spring break so she wouldn't miss a ton of school. I think she's missing one
Yeah, that
day.
sucks.
Yeah.
So,
Tuesday.
Worth
yeah.
it. Yeah. Do you have anything special planned for since you'll be on the ship for Easter? Is there any special things that the ship is planning on doing since you'll be there for Easter?
They're doing white night, like a dress up night where people can wear white. So we have our little outfits planned out for that. they're offering an Easter service the morning of Easter as well. So
Okay. It's nice that people have options if they, want to take advantage of something like that since Easter is such a big deal. So,
we do the day we transfer because we're going to spend the night before the cruise at a different hotel closer, like a mile from the port. So we'll have
okay.
a whole day not in the parks and kind of like, you can't really check into resorts or hotels much before like 3 or 4. So
Yeah.
we do have dining at Pixar Pier. It's a new refurbished restaurant that they have. So it'll be fun to check that out.
Have you done Guardians Mission Breakout yet?
I can't do that one for like medical reasons.
I love dropping rides like
I
that.
know.
Tara, but she's a wimp.
And I get really bad vertigo. The up and down is really hard, and then the fact that there's screens in the ride, I just think that's going to make me really cautious. And I don't want to. It's just her and I. If I go down and I don't feel well for a day,
I go down too.
Yeah, she just has to stay in the hotel room with me. I don't. So we feel it's better to sacrifice not riding that for Mom to stay healthy and be.
We did not agree on this. I think it'd be okay.
How do you think you're going to be on the ship with your vertigo, and how has that been in the past for you when you were on the other cruise?
Well, I wear the prescription patch behind my ear, and the Magic is smaller than the Navigator of the Seas, and I did fine. It was a big enough space that I didn't feel. I think it was one night weather for one evening, and you could kind of feel it, but it wasn't bad, and I did fine. The worst part was getting off the ship after a week and feeling solid ground. It was whoa.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt, because I definitely can get motion sickness too. And if I'm out on a smaller boat, my uncle's got a speedboat. If I go out on the speedboat, sometimes I'll get really sick. And so I was a little nervous about that when I cruised last year. But I was totally fine, and I really didn't feel anything, like you said, until I was at the airport waiting for my flight home, and I sat on the ground at the airport, and I was like, whoa, I am still moving. It was really, really weird. All right, guys. Well, thanks for sharing.
No problem.
It sounds like you guys have had an awesome time.
Yep, we enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being with her. It's kind of nice having.
I've enjoyed the bed because the bed in our hotel room is super comfy.
Ooh, good to know. Okay, Holiday Inn. Take note, everybody. All right, well, did we score a hit and leave it all in the ring? We want to hear from you. Vote in our Who Won Weekly poll on social media. We are at Theme Park Throwdown on Instagram, Facebook, and we are also on YouTube. You can watch all these episodes on YouTube. You can also shoot us an email at themeparkthrowdown@gmail.com. And if you need help planning your next vacation, whether that's to Orlando or Los Angeles or anywhere else in the world, you can reach out to either one of us for all of your travel needs. Just go to portkeyvacations.com and fill out a quote request form to get started. And don't forget to request Tricia or I to be your advisor. You could also reach out to us individually by sending us a direct message on our social pages. And you can check out all of our sister podcasts on the UUOP network. We've got the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, the Taste of Universal podcast, the unofficial Universal Great Britain podcast, the Portkey Passport, a Disney podcast for adults, the Theme Park Duo for your West Coast parks, Rush of Fear, a Halloween Horror Nights podcast, Big Dumb Stuff, and now we welcome Fudge Factor, the vlog channel on YouTube, to the network as well. So go check them out. And that's going to do it for this throwdown, you guys. We'll see you next week in the ring.